I lost 100 pounds in 11 months without being on a diet for a single day. Let that sink in. One of the big things that did contribute to my weight loss was losing weight in my sleep, and I'm gonna teach you how to do that in this video. I'm gonna explain the exact steps I took to do this and how you can implement them into your bedtime routine. But I just wanna start up by saying I'm not a doctor. This isn't medical advice. This is just what I did that helped me in my experience. If you don't know me, my name is Rebecca. I lost 100 pounds in 11 months. I've run 5 marathons so far, and I am a weight loss and transformation coach, and I help other women do the same thing that I did, which is basically lose weight in a way that is sustainable and that is easy to incorporate into your lifestyle. For me, I lost the 100 pounds by finding or creating healthier versions of my favorite recipes, planning what I was gonna eat each day throughout the week, and then meal prepping it all in advance so that I had all my meals ready to go. Now I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, Rebecca, you can't lose weight that way. You have to eat rabbit food, you have to eat salads all the time, you have to eat fruits and veggies, you can't eat foods that you actually like. That is not true. So I lost the 100 pounds by eating my favorite things. So one of my favorite things ever are chocolate chip oatmeal cookies. And I basically made this recipe where you can have the whole batch as one serving. So it's called single girl cookies because I'm single and I just make cookies and they're all for me. So you don't have to share them, and one serving size is just all the cookies. So that's what I would have for breakfast almost every morning. And yes, I lost 100 pounds, and my clients are actually able to lose weight doing the same thing. So when I make them their meal plans, I ask them, what are your favorite things to eat? And that's really rewarding for me to see, because when I first started my business, I didn't see other people or other weight loss coaches doing these things with clients. So I wasn't seeing people helping their clients use what they already liked eating and helping them continue eating that. So if you're interested in what I was just talking about, the single girl cookies meal plan with recipes that you love, I have put together a free 1-week guide, and it has that recipe and it has other recipes, and it just tells you what days to cook, what foods to cook on those days. So that is at the link in my description, and you can go check that out if you're interested. Now let's get into the video. I'm gonna go over 5 methods to use in your bedtime routine. Okay, so number 1, brush your teeth after your last meal or snack of the day. For myself and my clients, we have our meals 3 to 4 hours apart each day. For each of us, we have different times when we stop eating, depending on our schedules, our body's needs, etc. So for me personally, I will stop eating almost always by 8 p.m. every single night, unless there's something that comes up where I'm working late or whatever. And of course, we have as many fruits and veggies as we want throughout the day. Once I eat my last meal or snack, I go run upstairs and I brush my teeth. And that's even if I'm not planning on going to bed for a while. Brushing your teeth leaves you with that minty taste in your mouth. It's gonna turn you off from eating anything else. I want you to think back to the first time you ever tried orange juice after brushing your teeth. It probably didn't taste very good. The same goes for almost anything else. Food just doesn't taste right when you have that minty taste in your mouth still. Without even realizing it, your brain is automatically gonna stop thinking about food because you have that minty taste, so you're not gonna wanna eat anything, and your brain knows that. You're not gonna really have those cravings as much as you would have normally. The second thing is it signals to your brain that you're done eating for the day. Because after so many years of brushing your teeth in the morning when you wake up and at night before bed, you now subconsciously associate brushing your teeth at night with winding down for the day and preparing to rest. So you will be putting late night snacking even further out of your mind. Number 2, turn your phone off. Trust me, I get it. I work all day in an office, and when I get home, I work on my business. And I'm calling clients to check in, I'm making meal plans, and I'm also developing new recipes in the kitchen. So that time that I have right before bed is so precious to me, because it sometimes feels like the only time I do have for myself to relax. I love catching up on what I missed on social media, I love responding to your comments, and I love texting my friends. But even if we find that we're enjoying being on our phones, having your phone on means that you are giving people or things in your life access to you. Having my phone on at night means that there is still the possibility that I could be getting a stressful email or something like that. And those types of things are none of your business right before you go to bed. That is a problem for tomorrow. Bedtime is my time. And a stressful situation, or stimulus, if you will, causes your brain to release the hormone cortisol, and cortisol is the stress hormone. The release of that hormone can cause the sensation of hunger. So you may not really be hungry, you might actually just be stressed. But you're not gonna know that, and that is not gonna stop you from late night snacking. So now I'm sure you're wondering, Rebecca, what am I going to do if I'm not on my phone while I'm in bed? How am I gonna unwind? How am I gonna relax? How am I still gonna have a good night? And the answer to that is there are so many things that you can do to replace that. For example, I love coloring. I don't know if anyone else is an adult and still loves to color, but I do. Not ashamed. I have a coloring book and I will just color before I go to bed, and that is so relaxing to me. You can also watch a movie, you can read a book. The possibilities are endless. The third thing, get into bed. Again, I'm not saying you have to go to bed, have a super early night, and be boring. No. But to be honest with you, sometimes staying away from the kitchen, physically being distant from it, is the only thing that prevents me from emotionally eating or getting tempted to late night snack. I find that if I want to watch TV before bed in the den next to the kitchen, then I'm 1,000 times more likely to be late night snacking or be tempted to go eat something, even if I'm not hungry, because the kitchen is literally right there. But if I'm upstairs and I'm cozy in bed, I have my coloring book nearby, even if I do feel the urge to go have a late night snack or something like that when I'm not hungry, I am not going to be doing that because I'm already comfy in bed. I'm kind of lazy, so I'm not going to want to get out of my comfortable warm bed, walk downstairs, go to the kitchen, do all that. Way easier to just stay in bed. Okay, the fourth thing, drink water. I have to be really careful about drinking water before bed. You don't want to drink tons of water and then end up waking up in the middle of the night a million times to go pee. But I will continue drinking water up until 2 to 3 hours before I know I'm going to be going to bed, because our body's signal for thirst can actually feel like the sensation of a hunger pang. So when you are really thirsty, you haven't drank water in a while, you can be feeling hungry even though you've already just eaten. So staying properly hydrated really helps prevent me from feeling the urge to go late night snack, even if I'm not hungry. And again, if you are really hungry, I'm not saying do not eat. I'm making this video because I want to help you not late night snack or emotional eat after you've already eaten 3 full meals, you've had your snacks throughout the day. So don't confuse this with that. Okay, now for the fifth thing, scenarios. I don't know if this is something that people do often or at all. This is just something that I used to do, so I'm going to talk about it in case anyone else does as well. For as long as I can remember, throughout the time that I was unhappy with myself and my weight, I would lie in bed and think about scenarios where I had my dream body, I had my dream life. You know, I was able to fit into those clothes that I always wanted to wear. I was able to have the confidence to go out and do things that I wanted to do. But once I actually started my self-love and weight loss journey, I stopped doing those things. I don't know how it happened, I don't know when, but I just stopped. And I've really reflected on this a lot, and I think that the reason why I stopped is because I had to start loving myself as I was at that time. It would not have been possible for me to lose 100 pounds if I wasn't okay with who I was in the moment, each moment, every single day. And what I mean by this is I just dropped the idea of one day having my dream body. I decided, you know what, today I have my body, I need to be grateful for what I have. I started buying myself new clothes that fit properly. I wasn't just walking around wearing old clothes that didn't fit or that were my dad's and looked really not great on me. I stopped being in denial about what my size was and I accepted reality, and I just started being happy with myself and the person that I was. And the feeling that I had knowing that I was working towards my goal felt so much more satisfying than wasting my time being sad about a fake scenario that didn't exist that I wasn't having in my real life. So I replaced this bedtime ritual with going over what I was going to eat the next day, what runs I was going to be doing the next day, and also reflecting on what I did well that day, what my accomplishments were. I ate my 3 meals. When I was hungry throughout the day in between meals, I ate fruits and veggies. I drank my water. I tried a new thing. I made a friend. And I did all this in a journal. This helped me plan for success, but also give myself a little pat on the back for the accomplishments that I did have. So, in the 1-week meal plan that I mentioned earlier, I also included a mindset journal for each day. And the reason why I did that is because I wanted to share the same prompts I would journal in my journal back then when I was losing 100 pounds and what I still do to this day. So if you're starting your weight loss journey, I highly recommend incorporating those things into your life. And if you have any questions at all about what I talked about in this video, feel free to let me know in the comments. I'm happy to answer. Check out the free 1-week meal plan. And don't forget to subscribe and like this video if you want to see more like it in the future. Thanks for watching. See you next week. Thank you.
Bye.